Good morning, my dear students and my dearest friends and families. Welcome back to Max class. Why I am saying welcome back to means before I have taken a few lessons in phonics. I hope that you all enjoyed my last videos. Okay, this is my new video. In this video, I'm going to take about a basic mathematic skills and basic mathematic multiplications and tables. Okay, so in this not only the following videos, hereafter you are going to see me with the full of multiplications and tables. Okay, so we cannot divide the tables and multiplications, isn't it? So we cannot divide the tables and multiplications because this video have mainly taking these videos mainly for the students who are going to learn the multiplications very newly. Okay, so they may be very good in addition and subtractions. As for I know, I think that the students those who are going to some syllabus, they have started the multiplications on standard second itself, and some syllabus they started the multiplication on third standard. Okay, or maybe a second and third standard students. I'm just focusing on those kind of children's, second and third standard children's. So they are going to study the multiplications very newly. So when we are comparing the multiplications with the previous calculations like addition and subtraction, it's quite difficult, isn't it? That hope you can also agree with my points, isn't it, children? The addition and subtraction is very easy when comparing to the multiplications. Why I am saying comparing to the multiplication, addition and subtraction easy means, while if you want to make the multiplication easy, we want to focus on tables. So the multiplication is fully depending upon the tables. So we should memorize the tables, at least 2 to 12 tables, isn't it? So it will be quite difficult. It's not so difficult. I'm just saying it is a very little amount of, you feel very difficult when comparing to the previous calculations like addition and subtractions. So I am here to solve your difficulties. Okay, so and I am here to solve your problems while you are facing in your multiplications, isn't it, children? When you are going to do a multiplications very newly, you will face a lot of difficulties, isn't it? So before you have studied a 2 plus 0, isn't it? 2 plus 0 is equal to 2, whereas when it comes as a multiplications, you will have a result as a 0. When I am just saying a 2 into 0 is equal to 0. So on the basic level itself, you will feel very difficulties in a multiplications. So what I am here going to do means, I am going to teach you some very technical tips, very few tips. When you are observing very few tips, you can easily solve the multiplication without any hesitation. Okay, without any hesist, you are going to solve the multiplications using my help. Okay, so this class is all about tables and multiplication, and also I have clearly told about what category of children I am just focusing. Those who are already well gone with the multiplication and tables, this class is not going to be useful. Okay, it will be useful when I am telling about some tips. So why I am saying the starting of the class means, so if you know already multiplication means, you can feel, oh, what is this? I knew already. No, this ma'am is teaching, I knew. Teaching a very old subject, or a ma'am is teaching a very bored, you can feel it. So this is for those who are going to learn the multiplications at very new. Okay, so as I said before itself, the addition and subtraction is the very easiest calculation in the mathematics, isn't it, children? So when you are learning addition and subtraction very newly, even though it is easy calculations, you may feel very difficult when you are studying addition and subtraction at for very first time. The same feeling is coming in for when you are going to study the multiplications, but it is a little more difficult. Yes, I am just accepting it will be quite difficulties, but we are going to strike out the difficulty and going to make it as easiest form. Okay, so first I'm not going to directly deal with the multiplications like 2 into 0, 0, 2 into 5. So I'm not going to directly deal with the direct multiplications sum. So this is a very first class. So in this first class you want to learn, you want to know about what is the need for multiplication in the mathematics. Okay, so you can have some ideas, you have some questions like why the addition and subtraction are not enough. You will have one big question mark. Why the addition and subtraction is not that much enough for a mathematic to make the calculations? You can have a question. Yes, if you have a question, I've just salute you. It's a good questions. Okay, so as my point of view, the addition and subtraction is more than enough for a mathematics calculations. We don't need a multiplications when you have a lot of times. Okay, if you have a lots of time, you can solve any problems using only two calculations like addition and subtraction. But unfortunately we don't have that much time to always deals with the addition and subtractions, because we have only one day is equal to 24 hours, isn't it? So we have only 24 hours. In that 24 hours we are going to deal with the multiplications normally 1 hour. Okay, so why, if you are taking instead of 1 hour, if you are taking a 2 hour, 3 hours, you will going to delay the some other works. You are going to make a delay on some other works. So what is the main focus and what is the main need to learn multiplication? Means if there is a huge problems, for example, I want to tell you, without mathematics we cannot live our day-to-day life. It's a very promising word. So why I am saying means, if you are facing anything in your life, you will always deal with some mathematics. Always the maths is around us. So without maths we cannot live our life. For example, if you take a clock, it's a mathematics. If you take a date, it's a maths. So, or if you take a cooking, I want to add 2 spoons, and if it will be make 2.5 spoons, you have to make it like a pastries or anything. If you want, it's a measurement is a basic needs, isn't it? So without measurements, if you make any dish, it will be collapsed. So without mathematics we cannot live a day-to-day life. Okay, so for example, if you are going if you are step outing, means it's we always the max is it's surrounding us. It's like in the air. Okay, so for example, if you are going outside for a grocery shop, or you are going to any restaurant, or you are going to any gas stations, so every time we are dealing with money. So to calculate money, yes, there is some max is need. For example, if you are going along with your parents, you are going to grocery, means of course you will buy some grocery items. Like for example, I'm just roughly telling, if you are going to buy a vegetables for 500 rupees. Okay, so and for some snacks you're just buying 200. Okay, so and you are buying some groceries like what I'm saying, maida, atta, and some grocery like chilies, corianders, and collection of these groceries you are going to buying for 500 rupees. Okay, so then again you are buying some dresses. On the way you are buying some dresses for 2000 rupees, and on the way you are just putting a gas or petrol or diesel for 1000 rupees. Okay, so this is what 2 hours spending time. When you are going out, you are, of course, if you are driving in a 2-wheeler or 4-wheeler, of course you will put some petrol or diesel Okay, on this, it's a very celebrating time that I am taking the class on a very celebrating time. This is Diwali. Of course, we will buy a lot of dress for a Diwali, and of course, we will buy some according to the accessories. We will buy some extra, etc., etc. So I've just taken a vegetables for 500, snacks for 200, groceries for 500, dress for 2000, and gas for diesel or petrol for 1000 rupees. So I can make addition very simple because I have taken every number as a ending in a 0. So I can make a calculation very simple. Okay, for example, for this calculation the addition is more than enough. For example, I have buy 500 rupees worth of product 10. Okay. So I don't want to mention the names, 10 product names, but I'm just roughly telling, have buy the vegetable, snacks, groceries, dress and gas, and even and other 10 items. Other 10 items you have bought it for 500. Not 10 items, one item. Cost of one product is 500 and you have bought it for 10 times. Okay, so you cannot add, you cannot adding the, keep on adding the 500. So 500 plus 500, 1000, 1000 plus 500, 1500. You cannot keep on adding the repeating numbers. Okay, so the multiplication is like a hero which is going to help us from these difficulty situations. Okay, so instead of adding a 500 for a 10 times, I am going to multiply for a single time. That is a very easy, this is the easiest concept. Okay, this is the easiest way to telling how the multiplication is helping out where we are facing a very difficulty situations in the addition. Okay, so keep on, for example, I have a 2500 rupees of product 20. One product is 2500 rupees. I have bought 20 products at the same cost of 2500. Means I cannot make a 2500 20 times. I am not going to make a 2500 20 times and I am going to add it. This is a waste of time. So only I am just telling if you have a more time, the addition and subtraction is enough, but unfortunately we not have that much time. We have a very little amount of time. Okay, so for example, you can think, what's a time? Why the ma'am is always telling about a time? Yes, if for example, instead of 1 hour, if I take a 2 hours, it's not going to be not a huge problem. If you think, okay, but I am telling a situations. The same situation, if you are going to any shop, if you are going any shop, you can take it to any shop, a grocery, dress shop, any shop. One product, cost of one product is 2500 rupees. Cost of one product is 2500 rupees. So you are going to buy a 20 products. You are going to buy a 20 products. So one cost of one product is 2500. You are buying a 20 product on same cost. Please listen to my words. You are going to any shop, you are buying a 20 products. One product is equal to 2500 rupees. So you are buying a 20 product on the same cost of 2500 rupees. Okay, so I'm not going to add, I'm just multiplication, I'm telling it's a 50,000. So 20 products, if I am buying a 2500 for one product, for a 20 products, the amount is 50,000. Okay, so now you are giving, for example, now you are giving, if he is saying it's a 60,000, for example, not anybody going to make a false statement, or not anybody going to what I am saying, going to tell you a wrong amount, but for example I am just telling. So if there is a situations, what you are going to deal and how you are going to deal. Just it's a very normal situations. I'm just giving an example. It's not, I'm not hating any people, that I'm not telling any people that if you give you a wrong amount, you're going to say a wrong amount. If maybe the calculations are wrong in their calculations also. So what I am telling means very simple. For example, instead of 50,000, if the shopkeeper told you it's a 66,000. Okay, you may feel it's a quite higher price. Of course you will feel it's a quite higher. So how you are going to check it out? Now how you are going to check it out? The proper amount of 2,500 for a one product. For 20 product, how you are going to make a calculations? For example, if you are going to any shopkeeper, that shopkeeper is telling the cost is 66,000. For 20 product, he is saying a 66,000. So of course, not only you are the only customer going to deal with the shopkeepers. There is a lot of clients, customers where surrounding us. They are ready to make a billing. So if you keep on putting having a paper or having a hands, and you are keep on putting a 2,500 for 20 times, and if you make an addition, of course it leads to a big problem with the other customer. Yes, it is a lifetime example, seriously. No, if you are somebody is taking a more time in the billing section, you will feel very you feel uncomfortable with standing for a long time in a one place. Of course, everybody will feel uncomfortable. Yes, if you are taking a 2,500, if you keep on adding for a 20 times, and it will be take a carry. And if again you put carry, and again if you are leaving the hand fingers and leg fingers, isn't it? And then again if you add, it means the shopkeeper will be horrible, and other customer also will feel very uncomfortable with you. So this is what I am just telling about time. So your time means this is the time. This is the correct time. We cannot, if we can take a 5 minutes for this calculations, it will be easy for everybody. If you keep on adding, if it take at least 7 to 8 minutes, if you are if you are very well versed in addition, it will, of course, it will take us 7 to 8 minutes. If you keep on adding, and the carry and keep on adding the carry, means it will take at least 10 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes. Okay. So here the time is very valuable, isn't it? Here the time is valuable. So for example, if you are lying very lethargically in a home, instead of multiplication, I am just doing additions, not going to affect anybody. You can make additions. You can take 1 hour, 2 hours, not going to, anybody not going to ask you. But when you are facing a situation like this, of course, everybody will face the situations. Okay, for example, so I am just selling 66,000. But in case, if he is telling a 30,000, with the miscalculation, he is telling 30,000, means, will you agree to give a 30,000? No, you will make some calculation. Why it's you feel the amount is very less what you have expected. You will give the remaining amount to the shopkeeper, isn't it? So where the multiplication really helps means, in this type of situation the multiplication is really helps. So in the addition you will keep on put 2,500 for 20 times. But whereas an addition, there is only a single calculation, 2,500 into 20. If I make a multiplication, I will get a 50,000 as the answer. So I am keep on telling the time is like in these situations, not the situation like you can sleeping in the home and putting some making some very few addition means, of course you can take any more time. So if you want to make a calculations very easy, and if you want to make your calculations very as fast as you want, means of course only learning addition and subtraction is not enough. Of course the multiplication is very much needed. Okay, this is a very few example, very simple example I am just saying. If you keep on thinking about like these examples, you will face a lot of situations in your throughout life. So only keeping addition and subtraction is not going to make a great solution to those kind of problems. So now you can understand what is the need of multiplications, why the addition and subtraction is not alone enough for the calculations, why the multiplication is must need in the mathematics calculations. Now you hope you can understand. Okay, so what I have telling means is a very basic introduction I have given why the multiplication is necessary. Okay, so when I am taking the multiplications, I cannot separate the tables. It's like a brothers and sisters. I cannot separate the multiplications by avoiding a tables. When I am just teaching you multiplications, of course I want to teach a tables. So the tables is a key. It's a key where the we can open the multiplication calculations very easily. Okay, so this class is what I am going to tell about means tables you want to be memorized. There is no other way. You have to memorize at least 2 to 12 tables. You want to memorize. But as I said before the class itself, for second standard students and third standard students will start learning about the multiplications. If all of a sudden I am just introducing this is a 2 to 12 tables, I can teach it 2 into 1 2, 2 into 2 4, 2 into 3 3. Yes, of course it's very easy to just telling like this. But as of like second standard students and for third standard students, it will be a quite difficult to learn and memorize 2 to 12 tables. So I am just going to help you how to memorize the tables very easily and how to follow the ordering of tables. Ordering of table means if you start studying the tables with a 2, then you will go to 3, then you will go to 4, then you go to 5. It will be gradually go to 6, 7, 8, 12. But now what I am saying means if you are going 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 means at one point you will feel very tired. When you are reading a 2 tables, 2, 3 and 4, you will feel very refreshing because you are going to learn a very new subject like a multiplications. You will feel very refreshing feeling that everybody have that feeling at a very starting itself, very good feeling. But when you keep on going, you will feel very tired. When at time of a 6 tables, 7, 8 tables, you will really feel very difficult on those points. So that is a problem. The many students were very feel difficult on 6, 7, 8 means when you are starting with a 2 and ending with the 12 means the keep on gradual order will make your children to feel very difficult. And at last also they will feel very difficult. They will doesn't know 6 and 7. They feel very difficult on 6, 7 and 8 tables. So I am here to help you ordering the tables and how to memorize a table according to those orders. Okay. So what we have learned, what we have said, what is the need of multiplication, I have explained you very clearly, and also I raise a question on your point of view. Why the addition and subtraction is not enough for the calculations? I have raised a question and also I have with a great lifetime example, I have explained you what is the need of multiplications. And also I have told you that tables and multiplications like a brothers and sister, we cannot avoid the tables while we are learning about the multiplications. So when I am taking a tables means it's at least we will be very strong with the 2 to 12 tables. So I am also what I have told you, the ordering of 10 tables. You cannot follow the tables 2 to 12. I will tell you the ordering of tables. It will, if you follow those ordering, you feel very easy with the tables. Okay, so this is what I explained you so far.